right, so Israel Adesanya obviously was mashing through the middleweight division until his rival Alex Pereira showed up. But as he gets back on the proving ground here tonight, DC, most people believe on any given Saturday night, this is still the best middleweight in the world.
Well, he's proven it time and time again. He has been the man for so long, it would seem hard for him not to operate in that space. But because he believes in himself, because he recognizes who he is, he takes wins and losses as good as anyone I've ever seen. But when it comes down to the X's and the O's, the guy in his fight ability, Israel Adesanya is as good as they come. A phenomenal kickboxer in much improved wrestling that allows for him to stay upright and make guys fight him where he needs them to.
Really seems as though he is getting closer to that mixed martial arts prime, to your point, in terms of putting all the skills together. Israel Adesanya, the last style bender, back in the octagon here tonight. Well, you hear the pop from the crowd, DC, as Nate Diaz gets set to make this walk here tonight. You never know when it's going to be the last time we see this guy compete, but there's a lot to like when you see Nate Diaz in the octagon.
Nate Diaz is a savage, a guy that just epitomizes fighter. From the attitude, the walk, the music, everything tells you that when Nate Diaz shows up, you're getting ready to watch a fight. A fantastic striker and a great jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz is just a well-rounded fighter and one of the biggest stars in the UFC.
We've seen the Stockton slap before. I'll set the total.
It's just so disrespectful.
Over under 1.5.
So
you think he throws it tonight?
It's just so disrespectful, but it's so Nate Diaz.
All right, we'll see if he invokes the Stockton slap here tonight. But Nate Diaz is back, and hopefully in a big way for his supporters around the world. Our tail of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz!
Herbert Dean's in the building. He is the third man in the octagon tonight. Well, Israel Adesanya, as hot a prospect as has crossed into the UFC in years. He is known as an outstanding kickboxer, and as such, a lot of his UFC opponents are going to try to take him down. As his past victims will attest, that is a whole lot easier said than done. Man, how good is that jab from Nate Diaz? Almost as if he's been doing it for 20 years, right?
I mean, he has been doing it. You know, he's got a great boxing coach in Richard Perez, a guy that he believes in, a guy that has allowed him to gain the confidence to stand with the best fighters in the world. You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange. Oh, hook to the head by Diaz. Circling away towards the left now. Well, you saw us referencing the tail of the tape, DC. He's got the reach advantage and certainly made good use of it there in landing that jab. Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You gotta go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take your time. He's ripe for the picking. Go and pick the fruit.
So just over 20 total strikes have already landed for Nate Diaz. Oh, huge left punch is good. Just out of range with the straight left hand. All right, so a good job by him here. He continues to block these shots. Seems to see them coming a mile away.
He sees them coming a mile away, and he's blocking, he's rolling, he's slipping. He's doing a great job.
And now some distance as they pull apart. Under 90 seconds to go in the round. Diaz is in half guard. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Now trying to isolate an arm.
Yeah, he's trying to go to a Kimura lock. Right here, he'll either try to get the submission or use the sweep.
Oh, the submission defense holds up. He gets out.
He said that he was ready for everything that would be thrown at him. In that position, he showed that and proved it.
Outstanding work with the ground and pound here by Diaz. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Oh, they're trading huge shots here. We'll see who's the last man standing. Oh, nice job there to land the knee strike to the body. Again, making great use of his length in this matchup. Oh, big damaging knees here to the body. Round two coming up next. All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
And just like that, here we go with round two.
Ready.
Nate Diaz
Ready.
versus the last style bender, Israel Adesanya.
Yeah, he hurt him real bad. He's still hurt.
Lands a huge right hand.
Oh, Adesanya's getting going now.
Big right hand.
Oh.
And he blocked the punch there. Just out of range for that one. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. Right on the button. Diaz is pretty swollen now in that jaw area. It doesn't appear to be affecting him all that much, but he's absorbed a lot of strikes to the head. Got to figure out a way to raise the guard and be more defensively sound. Crowd continues to sway with every huge shot being landed. Back and forth we go. And now leather being thrown on both sides. That shot blocked by Diaz. So a much different approach from him here in round two. Took him a while to find the range. Oh, he's on wobbly legs now. There's a left hand from Diaz. Big right hand.
Now we're going.
All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be. And if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming.
Unable to connect with the right hand there. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Adesanya's nose is bleeding. Straight connections right up the gut, DC. He's in a world of trouble now.
They say the straight moves are the ones that get there first, and it got right to the target.
Adesanya gets caught by that straight punch.
Oh, he got him again.
All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
All right, so the taller fighter lands a knee, and Daniel Cormier to my right, I can hear him saying, I wish I was a little bit taller. Well, he misses with the left punch there. All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. You know, sometimes when you play basketball, you're in the zone. This dude's in the zone.
This guy's throwing his basketball in the midst of the ocean. He can't miss with anything that he throws. Every kick lands, every punch lands. He is just outclassing this guy on the feet. You've got to find a way to change the way that this fight is playing out, or your night's going to end very early.
All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
Ready.
Third round underway. All right, so here we go.
He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement, perfect position. What a huge blow in a big moment in this fight.
Right into side mount. All right, north-south position now. We'll see who transitions first. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Oh, great reversal to top position by Diaz. Oh, he's got his back. His opponent stand up here. How's his opponent still standing?
I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's going to be over very soon. You cannot sit in this position. Referee will have no choice but to stop the fight.
Man, look how flexible those legs are. He's got him in rubber guard. I don't think I can do that.
I mean, John, don't sell yourself short. You just might be able to do it. But if you do, John, you're doing it with the idea that you're slowing everything down as a defensive fighter. There are submissions, right? There are submissions, but they're very rare submissions that we don't see used very often in the UFC.
Oh, arm triangle attempt now. Ooh, arm triangle's in tight.
It's getting in very tight. This has got to be the end of the fight. It's over.
Trying to buck the hips. Looked like he got the hand ready to tap.
I mean, look at that. What a beautiful display of submission defense. Not panicking in a position that is very, very difficult to deal with.
That's just over the top, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Beautiful level change. Make him think you're going low and you come right over the top with that beautiful overhand. Great punch.
Now trying to trap an arm. Ooh, that looks wicked tight.
It's getting tight now. He's advancing.
Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are hurt. And there's the tap! Holy smokes! No judges needed this time around.
Yo, wow! That was nasty!
Wow, an unbelievable result here tonight by way of submission, and he bided his time there. He stayed patient, waited for an opening, and then when it was there, he certainly capitalized to get the tap here tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it, that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
We go to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 25 seconds of round number 3, declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, Nate Diaz!
All right, right, so Nate Diaz gets a big win tonight. I thought he was at his best, certainly came in very conditioned as usual, and the boxing was on point too.
The boxing was on point, the cardio was ready. Nate Diaz fought the perfect fight in order to win tonight against a very tough opponent.